Hello, everyone. We are so glad that you're with us. And we have Erica Fields. She's here with us from Purple Elephant Coaching. And we are going to be talking all about complete follow through. One of our core values is follow up, and follow up again. Some people say follow up until they buy or they die. So we're going to talk about follow up. We're going to talk about habits that you can implement. So, Erica, welcome.
Thank you so much. Happy to be here.
Well, we have this amazing blueprint that we are sending out to all of you guys. So I want you to kind of walk us through. I think the follow up is the key. Talk about how they can systemize their follow up so that they know exactly what they can do to follow up with their clients.
Absolutely. Well, I've just shared my screen here. So what we have here is the complete follow-through blueprint. We're going to go through this in just a moment, but the whole purpose of this blueprint is to give you a systematic approach to your follow-through. And I've transitioned from follow-up to follow-through because for my brain, follow-up sounded like I was going to follow up that one time, right? Whereas when I think follow through, I think of I need to nurture on a long-term basis, right? So for me, that was a little shift I did for myself to change my perspective on how we're going to follow through. Because if you're unaware of this stat, there's a stat going around that 80% of our sales or our income comes between our 6 through 12 conversations, while less than half the agents out there actually make only even 2 of those conversations. So when it comes to having a strategy for follow through, we want to think of an unending, never ending strategy. Because the flip side to that is NAR actually has a new home buyers and sellers generational trends report, where if you dig through that report, which is gold, it is golden. If you haven't looked through that, you can just Google it and pull that
So
up.
say that again. Google what do they need to do? Google.
It's the home buyers and sellers generational trends report from NAR.
Okay.
And it's a mouthful, right? So in here it's like opening the diary of buyers and sellers, their motivations, why they want to move, what they're looking for in a real estate agent, what they want agents to do. It's all in there. So
Okay,
check that out.
if anyone finds that, please, and go ahead and type it in the chat. That would be really good. We are going to be giving away a gift card. Melbourne and Erica will be picking the lucky winner at the end. So make sure you put that in.
Right.
Okay, so go ahead, Erica.
Perfect. So what we want to do, the flip side of the 80% of conversations are made between the 6 and 12. Back to that report. What I discovered in that report is that most buyers or sellers do not actually feel, or homeowners, I should say, most homeowners believe that they are not moving unless it's some sort of major life event like a wedding or a divorce or a family member falling ill. So they are not thinking to themselves necessarily, unless one of these events pop up, that they're even going to move. And this includes people that have moved into their home, their first home. They think, I'm here now, settled in, unless something major happens. So if there's actually no way to know when they might be moving unless, one of these major events are coming, we need to have a plan that is never ending, right? We always need to be front and center and create that market share. So this complete follow through blueprint that I've given to you guys today allows you to set up your follow through, sitting down one time a month, and we've gotten it down using templates and using our automations to just doing 30 minutes a month. Your whole follow through, all of your emails are completely done and scheduled for the remainder of the month, allowing you to focus on your
Hold
social
on one
media
second.
marketing, focusing on phone calls.
I want to stay on what you said. If you'll just stop sharing for just a second and I'll share my
You got
screen.
it.
And so because I really like when people kind of have something very specific, measurable, and actionable that you can do. So what I just heard you say, I'm going to share my screen and hopefully this is the right document that you're talking about, that this is the
Yes,
home buyers and generational trends report. I typed it in the
that's
chat.
it.
We'll put it in the show notes. But what someone could do is do a Zoom call where they could record themselves and say, hey guys, I wanted to share with you a generational trends report. This is directly from NAR. You make it really quick. And you basically are just sharing what's on this screen, right? So you could say, okay, as you can see, the age of home buyers and sellers, and then you basically just go through this PowerPoint, make it really, you can't make it long. Like you'd have to pick some of your favorite slides from it and then create some kind of quick video. But then you're again making yourself out to be an expert in the field. People want to know, what's happening with the market. You don't have to come up with this data. You're sharing, this is the data that I found out of what's going on. And it's way too long and way too much. I would pick maybe 4 or 5 of those slides. That's it. The most important ones, and then do kind of like almost like a market update with it. Like, I want to share with you, this is what's going on. Here's what we're finding. Do you like that idea? Is that what you're kind of suggesting?
You certainly can do that, especially if you're looking to attract listings. Informing buyers, or sorry, excuse me, informing your sellers of what buyers are looking for and what buyers are out there will help them attract more buyers, right? So that is something you could absolutely set up and provide. And you're right, by using that as an example, it shows that you are a credible and you're a credible source, right?
Okay, perfect. Sorry to interrupt. Now go ahead
No, you're
back.
good.
You can share your screen and let's go right through it because we're running out of time very quickly. So let's
Let's go through
run
it.
through the steps for what they need to do for follow-up.
Perfect. All right. So what you're going to do is there's a beginning worksheet where you are going to identify 6 holidays or times of year, right? It doesn't have to be a holiday. It could be springtime, for example. So you're going to first identify 6 holidays or time of year, and then additionally 6 home maintenance opportunities. Don't put too much pressure in this. You can even use ChatGPT to help you out here. My suggestion with the home maintenance is do something that's local and relevant, right? So that's the first step, is just identifying those 6, because this is going to allow you to complete your follow through for the whole year, right? The whole year, you're determining holidays and home maintenance support opportunities. That way, again, this is a systematic approach. That way you don't have to ever think, what do I send? It's already going to be here in order, ready for us. All right. So first thing, 6 holidays, 6 home maintenance opportunities. Next thing, this is a sample or an example of what to send each week, okay? This, you can take whatever you want and change it into whatever order, but if you want the littlest brain effort possible, this is the order that my clients use, okay? So the very first week, we send out, the other thing you'll get in this booklet, guys, is templates for each email and 3 different options for each template. So if you don't like one option, there are multiple options available. So the first one that we have, and we are strategic about why we do this email, at the beginning of the month, we let them know what's happening throughout that month in our area. All right.
Yes, this is
So
a perfect time because everyone's looking
yeah,
for what's happening around Thanksgiving that they can take their family to. Where are the Christmas lights? And all you have to do is send them the link. I'd like for you guys, for your area, wherever you're in, type that in the chat right now of what's happening in your local area. So just Google what's happening locally in Montana, or whatever, Billings, Montana, and see, or where can I find Christmas lights? You could even say, to make it even more specific, what's going on for Thanksgiving, what's going on. Here's the different links for what's going on in Christmas. And it's just another reach out that's giving you that. Keep going.
Exactly. And what we do to make it even more efficient is we create a base template that looks pretty close to this. And what we do, the link that we provide is a link that no matter when we send it, it's the beginning of the event's calendar link. So when they click on it, no matter when they click on it, if they open my email that I sent out in April and they clicked on it in December, it will take them to December's event because I'm putting them at that main calendar page. If you have extra time, now we go in and sprinkle specific events. But in the event that you do not have the time or something happens, you can't get in there and personalize it. This allows you to at least have an email going out. And guess what? You can schedule this because this link works at any time. We schedule all of these for the whole year at one sitting. And because it's a template, it is incredibly easy. So and if the template's right here, you copy and paste it. It could take you 5 minutes to have one email going out at the beginning of every single month. And by doing that, you're way ahead.
Use the link. Just use the link of anyone. You literally could Google whatever area you're in and put holiday events in whatever city you're in. Don't recreate it. That takes too much time. You're sending it to them. It's your reach out. I love that idea. All right. What's next?
Next. All right, moving on. The email number 2, what we offer is a mini market update. The key points here is we focus on 2 stats each and every time, and we do not change it because if we provide different stats each and every single time, there's no way for your reader or your audience to understand the true correlations or true patterns. All right. So first off, we need to keep 1 to 2 stats, and I do it a mini market report. So that way it's just super quick, right? Browse worthy, even with an indicator arrow, right? This is up, this is down. So
okay. So this is so good. I love this so much. The first thing that I would do is the only thing I would change on here is I would make it a little bit more personal, like just a tiny bit. Add some kind of more like it's coming from you as a friend. But I love this. And brokers, I want you guys right now to send this information because you don't have to find this information. Our brokers get this information emailed to them. So brokers, if you can email all of your agents the average days on market for single family home, an average sales price for single family homes, and how much it's increased from when do you suggest? Because we're right now, when we're airing this, we're now in November 21st. So what would you go back to?
Just the most recent month. So it would probably be October's data that you have.
Okay, so you'd say you would just put this average days on market for since October, and then average sales price for single family homes since October, what it was. So you would do like this is you would do like maybe September to October or something like that, or
yeah, and honestly, you can do whatever time frames. I would just keep it consistent. So that way they can see the pattern, right? If you want to do the last 3 months, so that way they see quarterly trend, right? What happened 90 days ago? Where are we from 90 days ago? You could certainly do that. I would just keep this specific mini market update consistent each and every single time.
I love that. And then you're saying this signifies the potential for higher resale value if you're considering, like for me personally, just so if I was going to do this, I would make it sound like me. I love what you're saying right there. I would change it to sound like me a little bit more, like I was really writing it and saying like, I'd love to just catch up with you, tell you what the stats are for your home, do a mini market update. Can't wait to talk to you. Something like that.
I love that.
This is gold. What you're saying right here is gold. I would just make it a little bit more personal, but it's so good.
I agree. Definitely make it more personal. And the second part, other than just having consistent stats, is what you pointed out here, having what this means. We can't just drop the stats and peace out. We have to say what this means for you is why should they care about that? Because they don't actually know how to interpret that information, or they're so darn busy that they won't do it. So but we have to say, hey, what that means for you is, and I usually use this as an opportunity to schedule appointments on your calendar, right? If you have a Calendly link, something they could do it automatically. This is called getting appointments while you sleep.
And I love that right there. And I would also add this, like, I'm not sure, like, how I would write it is, I'm not sure if you're thinking about making a move, but I always think, even if you're not thinking about moving at all, I think it's really important for you to constantly know what your home is worth. Could we jump on a quick Zoom to go over it? No pressure. You don't even have to
100%.
think about selling. I do want to just touch base with you because it's really important for me to tell you what your home is worth. That line right there that I just said is gold, because if
Yeah.
you don't add in the part about, even if you don't think, if
Yes.
you're not even considering moving, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
I want to talk to you because it's really important for you to know at all times, what is my home worth right now? Don't you
Yes.
agree?
Yes. 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 If nothing else is taken from this session, that alone, hey, even if you're not ready, this is why we can talk. That is, you could literally build your business just with that, right? Hey,
Yeah.
even if you're not ready, let's talk. That is literally golden.
So,
And as a matter of
right,
fact, I will be making all those changes to these templates because I wholeheartedly agree in everything. That it's
okay, good. All
beautiful.
right, what's next?
All right, next, your holiday or home maintenance. So this is, I literally dragged all of these from ChatGPT. I am not this creative. This holiday Halloween one, I'm actually a little cornily obsessed with it because it's just so fun, right? So this is your opportunity to have fun with a holiday or time of year or your home maintenance. This is why we do that list of 6 at the beginning, because you could have these already done, right? You already know what you're doing. That way, when the time comes, you just pop it in and schedule it out to be sent. So holiday or home maintenance.
Let's come up with something for Thanksgiving and Christmas that's, oh, here you go. You already have pumpkin spice and everything nice.
Fall, and then I think this one, what's this one? Oh, this is if you want to use a vendor, and this is a template if you wanted to provide, if the vendor's providing you a discount, or if they're not, you can still use this just to promote, right? So there's a template in here if you're collaborating with somebody to provide a little discount in here too. So little fun emails. All
So
right.
I want to say
Oh,
something about that real quick,
mhm.
because I'm telling you, one of the things that we used to do all the time, and we probably need to come up with a way that we can come up with it on a more national scale, but we would get with these different businesses, and right now all businesses are wanting more businesses. They're hurting for business, more business. So if you do something where you say, to offer people what we would do is sometimes a $10, sometimes a $25 gift card to a place. We would send it out to our customers, and here's what it was. We only paid 10%. So that means if we gave a $10 gift card, we would pay $1 for each one that was redeemed, because
Oh,
we're
wow.
helping that business, right?
Yep.
Get business in there. What I'm doing is I'm getting your advertising out for you. I'm only
Yeah.
paying for the ones that actually redeem. Once they redeem them, I'll come in and pay. But doing that every week is real. And then you would send this, but instead of like just a discount, I'm telling you, people really love those gift cards, and you can work out a deal with those businesses. They will do it. We did it all the time. Sometimes we paid 10%. We paid all the way up to 25% of whatever the value is, especially like coffee shops, kind of some of these local coffee
Mm-hmm.
shops. I mean, they're
Mm-hmm.
happy to have that in because they're coming in with a friend getting coffee. I'm telling you that, and people are like, this is a person. We did it every single month. Every month we were giving the people something once a month, and then they feel indebted to want to use you because you've given them some
Yes.
treat. It's really, really nice. Okay, keep going.
I love that so much. All right. All right, so now we are on our fourth week. I call it the wild card week. So I've included a couple of different templates for you here. One is a vendor spotlight. So similar, right? This one doesn't quite have the a discount or a gift card, but this is just, hey, here's somebody who I've worked with, and I really appreciate their experience and what they've done, and just again a way to promote
And
people,
I think you
right?
could add I think you can add that as a
You
discount,
could,
you know?
you sure could. Why
Because
not?
if they want the business too, you know?
Yes, exactly. And it's their lead magnet, right? It's a lead
Yes.
magnet for them that you're distributing. It's beautiful. Second, this is just humor, right? We sometimes overlook how easy it is to just send a meme, or how grateful people are when they get a meme or something funny or something that makes them laugh. So I had ChatGPT come up with a real estate joke. So this is what it gave me.
Oh my gosh, they're
Um,
so cute.
aren't they? Those are good.
So I'll
So
read a
having a little fun.
I'll read out a couple of it. Says, what do you call a factory that makes okay products? A satisfactory. What did Jay-Z call his girlfriend before they were married? Fiance. That's cute.
Fiance. And then even if my jokes are bad, you can always count on me to deliver a punchline in real estate. I always thought that was good.
That's great.
Local trivia, right? Hey, did you know this cool stuff about this area that we live in? Click here if you want to know more cool stuff. So I just wanted to show what else you could send outside of real estate. We get very trapped in this box of real estate related things, but what can we do that's a little bit different? So these templates are wildcard templates and allows you to just open it up to something fun and different, right? So that is the profitable follow through plan, or the complete follow through system here. And again, the way that we designed it is so you can sit down once a month and say, all right, when is my holiday this month? This is when I'll send my holiday email, because sometimes the holidays in January, or sorry, at the beginning of the month, sometimes the holidays at the end of the month. So all you're doing, you sit down once and you look at the 4 weeks you have, and you're almost just like laying out the template in the order that the weeks present itself. So your holiday goes on the week your holiday is, and then you can fill in the other templates from there. But I start with the holiday one, and then I fill in the others around it. I always said that send the market update mid-month. So those two are already, I know exactly when, and then I'm just doing the home maintenance and the vendors.
I want to tell you, one of the reasons why I joined and I just love Canzel is that I can get 100% commission, I get revenue share, and I get stock. I am making thousands of dollars every single month in revenue share and stocks. And I now don't have to work nights and weekends on real estate anymore. You know, I've actually never been to a real estate agent's retirement party, and I want to be the first one that people are coming to at a young age. And I want to share with you some of my favorite resources. So if you go to joincanzel.com/free, there's a couple that I want you to download. One is a 20 free lead generating PDF. It's going to help you generate leads for free that you can download, as well as there's one on how to double your business. I don't want you to miss it. Go download it today. Joincanzel.com/free.
I love it. Brokers, please send out those stats to your state right away, because I love that idea. People love to see those stats, and the brokers get them emailed to them directly every single month. So it's very easy for them to forward. All right. So now we only have a couple minutes left. Let's talk about a CRM. So we're getting ready to do a huge training on our CRM. What are some tips that people need to make sure they enter into their CRM KV Core?
Yeah, so tip number one is using the darn thing, right? And this can be difficult. We think, I'm not this kind of person. I'm not a CRM person, or it's too meticulous. But I've noticed that it's really just a habit. We don't have the habit of jumping in yet. We don't have the habit of knowing exactly where to do. We don't have the muscle memory built yet. So I would say tip number one is to look at it as building a habit. Not you're going to overnight be able to run your CRM and it's going to be fully fledged functioning in your system, but realizing it's a journey and a mindset, right? Because if we don't think there's a reason to follow through with people, we're not going to follow through with them. So the first step is setting that habit. And what I do, and for anybody here who's like, well, I'm not sure how to remember to get into my system, or how do I actually get into it on a daily basis, what I've started doing is called habit stacking, which if you guys have read Atomic Habits by James Clear, one of my ultimate favorite books. But he says, find a habit that you do every single morning. If you look at the hot sheet every morning, if you open your calendar every morning, or if you just have a cup of coffee every morning, what is that thing you do every single morning? Now start opening your CRM and calendar. If that's not a habit, open your calendar along with your CRM each and every single morning. That is one surefire way to build the habit of getting in there, because usually once you open it, you're more inclined to follow through and carry out your tasks. So that's number one, is finding a way to stack it with the habit you currently have.
With KV Core, they have an app that you can do on your phone, and everyone's on their phone all the time. If they just said, like you said, first thing in the morning from 9 to 10, I'm going to copy and paste. This is going to be my daily email or daily text that I'm going to send. I'm just going to do it every single day. I'm going to do it on my phone, copy, paste, from 9 to 10 every morning or whatever it is. All right. What else?
Yeah, you could certainly do that. So you want to make sure you have the time to do the follow through, right? The tasks or the reminders to call the people. You want to make sure you actually have that time open in your calendar. That's something else I see is an oversight, is we'll set those tasks, or we'll set 45 for ourselves in one day when we're completely filled, right? So we have to be a little bit more aware.
You're saying like the CRM will send you different things like to do, but if you create it where it sends you 45 things to do in a day, then it's kind of like if you have too many reminders set up, you just automatically hit dismiss.
I roll.
You're not exactly looking at it, is what you're saying. Simplify.
Exactly. Right. Simplify. And that's why if you can open your CRM and your calendar first thing in the morning, you can see how many people am I supposed to call today? Oh, 20. When am I going to do that on my calendar? Right. So you're being very intentional, and you're not just hoping that the right people are going to get contacted at the right time, right? You're creating a system around it.
I'd like for you guys to type right now in the chat, what time are you going to block out this week, every single day, for you to be doing lead follow-up? Well, this was amazing. Erica, thank you so much for joining us. Tell listeners where they can find you and where they can follow you.
Yes, you can find me on Facebook, Erica Lynn Fields. I am right there. Blonde hair, you can't miss me.
You always give such amazing tips. Thank you so much for being.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave a rating and a review so we can get this out to more agents. And tune in next week for another power-packed episode. This is the Millionaire Real Estate Podcast.